have the good fortune today to be talking with one of the co-chairs of Hawaii Walk Like Mad 2024, Brittany Cass. Thank you for making time. I know it's a busy season as Hawaii Walk Like Mad prepares for the walk Saturday, September 14th, 2024 at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park. You're a co-chair this season with Lori Harrison. So I know it's, even though
Yes.
there are two people, it's still like, well, that means we have even more that we can offer up. But thank you very much and congratulations for being part of the community that is MADD Hawaii. I get chicken skin because sometimes people volunteer because they are maybe one or two degrees separate, but for yourself, Brittany, you were very personally impacted. Ms. Cass joined MADD Hawaii in December 2023. Hashtag Bold Like Brit, B-R-I-T-T, started after Brittany survived a harrowing vehicular event on January 2nd, 2022. A drunk driver met her at 120 miles per hour.
Mm-hmm. It was actually January 4th. So my anniversary, my wedding anniversary is January 2nd, and my husband had work. So we decided to celebrate on January 4th during the day. And that night I had a church meeting. And so I was coming home from the church meeting. My crash happened in the state of North Carolina. That's where we lived. My husband is currently serving in the Marine Corps. So we are stationed here on Kaneohe Bay here in Kailua, and we love it. But we were stationed in North Carolina, and I was just serving, doing a church thing and driving home, and it happened. I was struck head on by a drunk driver. He entered the highway going the wrong way. I was going 60 miles an hour and he was going 60, and we collided, as you mentioned, at 120 miles an hour. I was the first of 4 cars hit. So he plowed through me and 3 others, and I was taken immediately by ambulance. So they had to cut off the driver's side door and pull me out. I initially thought I was gone. And so the paramedics and the EMTs saved my life, and they were able to get me onto a gurney and transported me to the hospital. And then I was life flighted to a Trauma One hospital because I had severe, both my femurs were visibly sticking out of my body. I had to have a life-saving abdominal surgery. I am currently in a wheelchair. I'm recovering from surgery number 10. I just had 2 weeks ago on Tuesday at Queens. It has been a long road, long almost 3 years now. I'm passionate now. I've turned pain into purpose, and I've decided to join MADD and to use my voice because, like you mentioned, so many don't have one and they lose their life in a crash like this. And so I am so humbled and grateful to be here. I have 3 small children and a husband, and I just couldn't imagine what their life would look like if I wasn't here. Grateful to use my voice, and that's where the nonprofit Bold Like Brit came in and decided to create change and join MADD as well.
We're talking with Brittany Cass, one of the co-chairs for the 2024 Hawaii Walk Like Mad. Donations, you can sign up as an individual, maybe find a team and you want to donate. You can do that. You can search Walk Like Mad Hawaii and it'll pop up. September 14th, it's a Saturday. We're going to be meeting up at 7 a.m. for sign up. 7:45, the ever popular Zumba warm up, and 8 a.m. there will be the walk, and there will be prizes as well as awards to recognize those who contribute and support MADD Hawaii. For those who may not be familiar with MADD Hawaii, and whenever there's donation, because it is a national organization, all the monies that are donated here in Hawaii stay in Hawaii for programs with MADD Hawaii. Brittany, before your, I don't want to say it's an accident because it is an event and it impacted you, your community, your family, and it also, changes the way that you are also, part of the MADD Hawaii community. How did you first become involved with MADD? Did they approach you, or, I guess it's like the introduction from the side or the point of view of somebody who was literally impacted by somebody who was driving under the influence?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, lived in the state of North Carolina and decided that I would say I am a runner because I am going to run again. That is the goal.
Mm,
I'm an avid runner and I would run, 25 to 30 miles a week. I love to run. And so I was like, I've got to do something in my community, got
mhm,
to bring awareness. And so in North Carolina, MADD group out there had reached out to me and said, hey, how can we support you and help you with the Bold Like Brit building momentum and my community rallying around me. They supported me in my first 5K, and I went to the walk in North Carolina and
mhm.
Charlotte. There's one in Charlotte and in Raleigh, and so I participated in the one in Charlotte and just met other families and survivors like me. And I felt instantly connected, instantly home, so to speak, because
Mm,
this group is so, I don't want to say small because the numbers are growing with more and more crashes happening. We call it a crash because it wasn't an accident.
yeah.
The person that got behind the wheel of a car, I was his fourth DWI. He chose to do that again. This crash has changed my life, changed my family's life, my kids' lives. And so got involved in North Carolina, and that's such a good thing about MADD. It is national. We've moved and we moved to Hawaii. Lori and Teresa opened their arms and welcomed
Mhm.
me to Hawaii. And I decided I wanted to continue to use my voice and decided to become a board member and get involved. And so now I'm co-chairing the walk and just doing what I can and sharing my story. And hopefully that has a ripple effect and creates change and helps someone think twice about getting behind the wheel of a car and driving. It's 2024. There's lots of resources that are out there to get a ride home.
My name's Kathy with a K with 1059 The Wave, Hawaii's Relaxing Favorites, and talking with co-chair for the 2024 Hawaii Walk Like Mad, September 14th at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park, talking with Brittany Cass. When you were talking about Lori Harrison and Teresa Paulette of
Mhm.
Hawaii Walk Like Mad, what some people they may just know about the Mad Walk and not have a deeper understanding that Mad Hawaii and nationwide, they provide programs at no fee to those who um, become involved with MAD. What kind of programs maybe you personally were able to utilize or are familiar with?
There are specific programs for victims like me. I don't like
Mhm.
to use that word victims. I'm going to say
Yeah.
survivors like me. So to get resources within the community, counseling resources, church denominations, and how they can help provide support in those aspects. We actually had a lot of support within the military, Ohana, and
Mm.
getting help through medical that way because we hit our deductible, the insurance. And so that's a whole nother realm in itself. And so MAD also offers a lot of support and resources in that way and how to go about doing that. The thing that Hawaii is really passionate in is the youth, the underage youth program.
Yeah.
And we have lots of youth that are participating here in Hawaii in that. And that is a great tool and a great resource that our youth that are up and coming drivers and learning about the dangers of drinking and driving. And us as parents may be very familiar with MAD and our younger generations are not. And so it is a great program and a great resource out there for our youth to learn about what alcohol can do to you, what it looks like to drive while impaired, and how your
Hmm.
vision is impaired and how you might feel, but also to be that friend that says, hey, we don't do this, to continue to talk about it. Because, if your friend says, hey, don't do it, you might be more receptive to not than your parent. That's a great program and a great tool here in Hawaii as well.
Talking with Brittany Cass, co-chair for this season's Hawaii Walk Like Mad, September 14th, 2024 at Kaka'ako Waterfront Park. You can search Hawaii Walk Like Mad for more information to make a donation. All donations stay in Hawaii to help Hawaii MAD programs. There are going to be two guest speakers coming out on Saturday for the Hawaii Walk Like Mad. Can you speak about? I know one. I know Shonda Park. I had a chance to talk with her with Safe Ride Hawaii. The message is you have a choice not to get behind the wheel, not to operate a boat. Uh, the responsibility. It's always a choice. When a crash happens, there was a choice ahead of that. But Shonda Park, yeah, she's part of Safe Ride Hawaii. And the second guest, if you could speak more upon.
Yeah, so her name is Nicole Hutchinson. She is actually serves on the MADD National Board, and she lost her sister Darcy to a drunk drive crash in 1996. And so she has since raised, I think, well over $200,000 towards MADD in her sister's honor. And so she is actually going to come out and walk on in behalf of her sister and continue to bring awareness and walk for her. And then, like you mentioned, Shonda's going to walk on behalf of her beautiful daughter, Azalea. And so she is closing our program out on Saturday at the walk. Continue to live their sister and their daughter's legacy and to walk in their remembrance. And I'm proud to be able to walk alongside them.
I want to say special thanks to the volunteers of Hawaii Walk Like Mad. And also, it's possible to get the message even further because of the very generous support annually of the sponsors. For 2024, the lead sponsor is First Hawaiian Bank, presenting sponsor Par Hawaii, a parent company of Hele Gas Stations, and signature sponsor Servco Pacific, Hawaii Pacific Health, First Insurance Company of Hawaii.
We just wanted to give a shout out to the volunteers that are going to be coming out, the Manoa Lions Club, the Youth Police Explorers, Kapolei High School, Farrington High School. So they're going to be out there helping us execute day of, cheering us on as we walk. The Sheriff's Department, their recruitment class is going to be out there. And so we're just going to have a lot of good people out there supporting us. And so we're grateful for their support.
There's also going to be awards passed out throughout the morning.
When you come to the walk, you'll check in at the registration tables, and then you'll go ahead and get a ticket, and you'll get your shirt and you'll get your swag bag. If the first 500 participants to the walk will get their goodie bag full of all sorts of things. And so then you'll get a ticket. And once you have your ticket, there'll be boxes that you can enter to win some of these fun prizes that are insane this year. We're very excited. And like you mentioned, it's a way to honor and celebrate those that have been lost by this horrendous thing and this 100% preventable thing. We are there to celebrate and honor them and walk on this beautiful park and just take a moment out of our crazy busy lives and recognize that. We hope that you come out and participate, and we can't wait to see everybody there.
I look forward to meeting you IRL on Saturday, September 14th, 2024, Kaka'ako Waterfront Park. Hashtag bold like Brit, BRITT, to find out more about Brittany Cass's story. And will you be on hand? Will you be available to meet people and maybe talk story a bit?
Absolutely. Yep. I will be there, and my family will be there. So we'll have our Bold Like Brit team shirts on, and we'll be walking.